have here Michael Heseltine's resignation. It says, "Dear Michael, you're fired. Be out of the building in 10 minutes."
Someone get this boy a job in a factory as soon as possible. You can't understand the simplest game.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Look, you stupid cretin, it's colditz. You're supposed to break out, not tunnel in.
Right. I think I've got it now. Check.
Stupid boy!
Ouch!
Check.
KV, she's coming.
Oh no, Princess Michael.
Princess Heinkel, you mean?
Philip!
She's parking the Panzer now.
Shut up, Andy! Philip, get rid of the game.
Oh, all right.
Right, everyone, act natural, don't panic, and don't mention the war.
Don't mention the war.
Right. Look, everyone be nice to her. We've got to be nice.
Yes, after all, it's not her fault she's a member of the royal family.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yes, sorry, I was thinking of Kaiser Wilhelm II.
That's enough, Charles. Everyone behave. Oh! Oh, the helmet! Diana, get that thing off Harry, and if I hear one snidey mention from anyone about her background, I'll hit ya.
I'll Hitler.
That's exactly what I mean.
Don't worry, we won't be Nazi to her.
Would anyone like some Rice Krispies?
You one word out of place. Give me that, Edward.
Stum, stum.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Princess Michael.
Well, my dear, what's all this I read about you and some Texan millionaire?
You swine. You traitor. You rat. You've ruined my political career. Why can't you just leave me in peace, Well, you've always got me into trouble, but now you've really gone too far. I'm going to teach you a lesson, you little...
Steady on, Cecil.
Hi, I'm Maxwell, and a year ago I bought the Daily Mirror. That was about the last time anybody did. Ha 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 ha!
What is it, Dimbleby?
Some bad news, sir. We just caught 2 police marksmen playing Russian roulette.
So?
They shot 14 passers-by.
No. The Mirror used to be left on politics. Now it's left on newsstands. Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha!
You know my problem? You know what my problem is? My problem is my wife. That's my problem. My wife, she doesn't understand me.
Oh, I don't think that's fair, Mr. Hutton. I mean, why single your wife out?
You know, a lot of people come up and say, Max, Mr. Maxwell, sir, why have you cut the staff by 1/3? I say to them, it makes sense. I've cut the readership by 1/3.
The perpetrators of the airport outrages at Vienna and Rome, I now condemn as half-crazed. They would have been fully crazed, but they never completed my training program.
So, I'm the Marquis of Blandford, occasionally. I can handle it. All right, I'm heir to Blenheim Palace. It's nothing I can't cope with. So I'm related to Winston Churchill now and then. I'm in control. I could give it up any time I wanted. Couldn't I?
The British aristocracy really screws it up.
About the New Year's honours list, Thatcher didn't give me anything on the grounds that I didn't do anything for this country. That's fair enough, because when she retires, I don't suppose she'll be getting anything either.
No, it's perfectly fair to leave Geldof out of the honours list. He's blatantly self-advertising, nothing more or less than a publicity-seeking Jew.
And thank you, that's lovely.
Either he's a rampant self-publicist, or my name's not Nicholas Fairbairn, former Solicitor General for Scotland.
Yes, thank you, love. Thank you, Nicky. And cute David. Cute David. Cute bloody David!
So here is Barry McCorcoran, the man they're calling, of course, Barry McCorcoran. And how right they are. The sports personality, of course, of 1954. He really is remarkable.
Thank you, David.
Now, Barry, can I just say that really was the most extraordinary thing I've ever seen with my own ears.
I did my best, David.
I expect you're feeling a bit nervous, are you? In fact, I've just heard that it's all over. It is all over, and you are indeed champion of the world. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And, of course, now there really only remains a question to ask you. What sport was it?
Boxing, David.
10 points to Evelyn Youthside, I don't believe it. And what, in fact, they tell me now is that you brought the two communities together, vitally important, of course, and have been an inspiration and example to the people of Northern Ireland. How did you do it?
Well, I just went in there and beat the hell out of the other guy.
Extraordinary. And let me stress, first of all, that you must not fall asleep while I go through the dreary bit about Westland, because in a few minutes I'm going to start attacking the Prime Minister as hoped for.
Mr. Heseltine, can you assure us you've written this speech since your resignation at 11 this morning?
Absolutely, and it's available from most good bookshops, price $7.99. I first suspected something was amiss on December the 13th when I noticed my name had been removed from the Cabinet minutes. Furthermore, and this is important, my peg had been removed from the Cabinet locker room and the name George Younger had been sewn into all my underpants. I went to register my complaint at 10 Downing Street, which, to my surprise, was now an antique shop. The new owner told me the Cabinet were on a skipping holiday in Bagley Wood, and I have no reason to disbelieve them.
Mr. Heseltine, Dick Whitford, Sporting Life. I would like to ask the ex-Secretary of State for Defence why his collar is up.
I'm sorry, but I think you're trivialising the important issue of how long it's going to take me to become leader of the party with boring questions about shirt collars and indeed helicopters.
Miss Heseltine, Miles Dungeness, Daily Mail. Miss Heseltine, I don't have a question. I just want my editor to see me so I can claim expenses.
A good question. And the answer is yes. She's a bossy, domineering bitch. But let's get back to the dreary bit about helicopters, which, after all, I'm pretending is the main issue.
Mr. Heseltine, are the pubs open yet?
Yes, but...
Senator Kennedy.
Huh?
Do you like the suit? No, but seriously, when you look back over the years and remember your two brothers, Jack and Bobby, you must get very upset, huh?
Well, yes, indeed, I do get upset. I mean, how would you feel if you were the only one in your family not to have screwed Marilyn Monroe?
January 1, 1985. Dear Diary, over the coming year, within these pages, I shall set down my thoughts and tribulations so that, well, posterity may witness the intricate process by which I reached every major decision.
Those turkeys think I can't spell. That's the one.
April 29, nothing yet. July 12, went into hospital. A doctor removed samples of my skin, which he plans to turn into a pair of stout walking shoes for his wife. September 1. I met their Royal Highnesses Prince Chaz and Princess Dave, but they refused to sing any of their Cockney songs, and they'd both shaved off their beards. November-ish. Met the Soviets in Geneva to discuss human rights, trouble spots, and the arms buildup. Spent over 2 hours in a room with some strange guy, but Brezhnev never showed.
Ron, you know what I see when I look into the flames?
No, Gorby. What?
I see our two countries living together in peace. I see happy, smiling faces of our peoples. And I see friendship and trust. How about you?
Well, I see a little doggy, a bunny-wunny, and a big hippo on a broomstick. Hell, this is fun. December the 129th. I finally beat Don at Ludo.
Mr. President, we have an idea. You are gonna offer to share our Star Wars technology with the Russians.
What? We're giving the commies the Force? We must be mad.
No, forget the stupid film, sir. Now watch my lips. You are going to offer to share with the Russians our Strategic Defense Initiative Star Wars technology.
Isn't that kind of dangerous, Don?
Nope.
Why not?
Because it doesn't work.
Oh, I get it. Don, you're a turkey.
On now, more or less, and why not, to British Film Year. And in a sense, what an array of homegrown talent has contributed to the year's major productions. Take Back to the Future. Britain supplied most of the backroom staff for the catering. It was a British chef who provided most of the jam for the donuts, which Michael J. Fox enjoyed so much between takes. It was British pastry and the pork pies for Santa Claus the movie. And how would Mad Max 3 have ever been made if Britain had never sent convicts to Australia? Judge for yourselves from this clip.
He's back. Mel Gibson is Harold Macmillan in Mad Max 3. He came across the wasteland of a ruined society, a land where might was right, a lawless barbarian wilderness. He came to take on the evil queen of Bartertown. Tina Turner is Margaret Thatcher.
I want him silenced.
Yes, Lida.
But nothing could stop him when he went into the Thunderdome.
You've done it all wrong, Maggie. And one day, you'll pay.
Mad Max 3. The legend goes on and on and on and on.
How do you find those fit you, Captain Phillips?
A bit tight.
Yes, sir. Can I help you?
Yes, I'm starting my new job tomorrow as Deputy Conservative Party Chairman. The best-selling, handsome young novelist Geoffrey Archer smirked in a youngest member of the cabinet kind of way. And I should like to purchase a pair of shoes from this most famous of all tailoring establishments in Savile Row, London, England.
Are you all right?
Never better, he smirked in a 45-year-old educated at Wellington School and Brasenose College, Oxford, who'd represented Britain in the 100 metres in the early 60s, once the youngest member of Parliament by winning the Louth by-election in 1969. Sort of fashion.
You want to buy some shoes, then? Inquired the shop assistant with a sort of, if you don't stop talking like this, I shall fill your face in for you, chummy, twinkle in his eye.
Sorry, it's a hard habit to break, apologised the successful but awful hack novelist, married with 2 children living in London.
What kind of shoes?
The sort of shoes a new deputy chairman of the Conservative Party might wear.
Calfskin, alligator skin, buckskin?
Banana skin.
1 minute. How do they feel?
They're just... what I'm looking for. I'll take 10 pairs.
Oops. Yes, that's much more roomy.
Once in a while comes a call for you and me.
It's a call to which we must respond. We may be stars, but we got this too.
And there's one thing on which we all agree.
We're scared of Bob.
We're scared of Geldof.
We are the ones who screams at telephone.
So let's start singing.
The cause is just that cannot be denied.
Oh, but does it have to make us so petrified?
Some of us here you may not recognize,
because in truth we really do all belong.
But when Bob called us up, we didn't have the guts to tell him the number he dialed was wrong.
We're scared of Bob.
We're scared of Geldof.
We're scared that if we try to turn him down, we'd all get tailed off.
Well, of course I'm nervous, and you'd be jumpy too if Bob had had a word with you.
We're scared of Bob. That's why we're singing. We get the jitters every time we hear the phone start ringing. We're scared of Bob. We're really frightened. And when we hear that Irish voice, our sphincters all get tightened. We're scared of Bob. We're scared of Geldof.
Hold on, leader.
Great. I think, gentlemen, that we now have a figure whose name will be on the lips of every man, woman, and child in the country.
Who's that?
Neil Kinnock, you fool.
The man who routed the Red Wreckers! Hurrah!
Thank you, Gerald. Thank you, Gerald. Don't overdo it. I just felt it was time to stand up and say that there is no room for militant in a party that is going to win the next election.
That's right. Militants aren't in the Conservative Party.
No, Roy. What I'm saying is that no one is going to vote for us so long as Hatton, Ben, and Scargill are in this party. So there's only one thing to do.
Find another job.
No, Roy. What I mean is that we've got to get rid of all those people who are going to be a liability at the next election.
Oh, all right then. Goodbye, Neil.
Okie dokie, Neil. Bye-bye, Neil.
Good evening. Following reports in today's News of the World that the Queen has forbidden Princess Michael to appear on television, we've just heard that Her Majesty has kindly agreed to do the same thing to Terry Wogan. Thank you, ma'am. And now over to Brian Walden in Geneva.
Good afternoon. I'm here on the roof garden of the United Nations building in Geneva, waiting for news of this historic summit. And here they come, the leaders of the world's superpowers. Mikhail Gorbachev, Ronald Reagan, and Sir Kenneth Newman of the Metropolitan Police. And I think they're going to make a statement.
We, the Soviet Union, agreed to get rid of 200 SS-20s.
We, the United States, agree to get rid of 200 ICBMs.
And we, the Metropolitan Police, say thank you very much. They'll come in jolly handy.
Sir John Gielgud's Bird Recorder. And this week, Sir John Gielgud's Bird Recorder is occupied by Sir Alec Guinness.
The owl and the pussycat went to sea in a beautiful Greenpeace boat. They sailed away for a year and a day before being blown out of the water by the French Secret Service.
Your Royal Highnesses, lick lick slap slap. May I deign to suggest what an honour it be for a mere humble knight to be in thy hallowed presence before the cringing multitudes...
Just get on with it, okay?
Well, thank you for being so frank. Turning to you, Prince Charles, sir, your highness, your incredible impression of Ecclesness, one of your great interests is helping the unemployed find things to do in their spare time. Where does your interest in this originate?
Nowhere, really. It just gives me something to do in my spare time.
But what was it, cringe fawn, that brought the problem to your attention?
The dreadful rats.
The rats?
Yes, the dreadful rats in Toxteth.
Oh, you mean the riots?
No, I don't. The rats. Giant black rats. Look at them climbing all over me. Off.
One question leading on from that, which I'm sure many people watching tonight would wish me to ask Your Royal Highness is... Are you completely and utterly bonkers?
No, I don't even know what a Ouija board is. In fact, I'd never heard of the word until I just said it then. Which brings me on to architecture. The buildings in this blasted country are completely naff. And what I can say
Turning
at this stage
simperingly to you now, Princess Diana, you gorgeous bit of stuff, you royal send her victorious, happy and gloriousness. Have you in any way altered your husband's image?
Not really. Well, I've changed your tie, perhaps.
The shoes? You've changed the shoes?
I just don't like hush puppies, that's all.
Not for the state opening of Parliament.
Your peeping coyly from under your fringeness, your princessesness. Would it be perhaps impertinent of me even to mention the events leading up to your secret nose job while you were in hospital, having, if I may use that word, Prince Harry?
Look, I haven't had plastic surgery. It was just a complicated birth, okay, and my nose changed shape.
Well, thank you, Your Highnesses, final crawl, for graciously allowing me, a mere insect, to soil your presence by breathing the same air which you yourselves have only recently finished with. And now we close a perfect evening's royal bootlicking with a final glimpse of the lovely princes. The princes on the pianoforte, acting naturally as any child might, while some sycophantic old fawning coot drones on quite shamelessly. And what a wonderful ringing sound the name Sir Lord Alistair Burnett of News would have, I think. I, of course, am already a knight of the realm, unlike some other people I could mention who've been so cruelly omitted from the New Year's honours list. Namely that poor, scruffy, hobbledehoy figure who's done so much for charity. I refer, of course, to Donald Sinden, who, if he were here tonight, would, I'm sure, be queuing behind me to polish the pianoforte with his pimpernel.
There now follows a partly political broadcast on behalf of the Social Democratic Party.
Oh, look, it's that funny man on telly again.
Yes, telly, yes. I know, the tall, silly one.
That's it, yes. Isn't he funny?
Funny, yes.
Oh, he's a real laugh.
Oh, yes. He was big 10 years ago, wasn't he?
Yes,
I
10
remember.
years. Yes, he used to do that ministry thing.
Yes, with all that other lot.
The other lot, yes. Oh, he's great. A real comedian.
Yeah, comedian.
Yes.
And now he's doing stuff for the SPD.
SPD,
Oh,
yes.
yes. What's his name again?
Oh, what's his name?
David Owen.
Oh, David Owen, yes.
David
yes. I mean, it's daft. Next thing you know, they'll have that Basil Fawlty on the South Bank show.
Oh, they'll never do that, no.